What's going on YouTube? It's the Personal Touch Show. We're here with Pat Brady.
Yoda.
Appreciate everybody rocking with us on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, share, and like our videos and get this great message out here. And today we are here and we're going to give you that great word. You dig?
Quote of the day. Quote of the week. Disconnected from the power source can be destructive. Disconnected from the power source can be destructive. Another word for destructive: poisonous, fatal, harmful. Disconnected from the power source. I'd like to read this scripture in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 7. This is the Amplified Bible. This is what it says. With this in mind. The mind, the flesh, that's your mind, with its sinful pursuits, wanting to please you more than God, is actively hostile against God. So disconnected from the power source, which is God himself, is hostile to God. I mean, you're going up against the God that created you. Dangerous situation to be in, fatal, poisonous, harmful. What you think about that?
But what I think about that, it's basically like you said, when you disconnected from the source and where you need to be going, more so thinking about your selfish intentions, what you want out of life and what you want to do, you start to disconnect from God and where He's taking you. So once that disconnection start happening, things just start spiraling out of place. Like you said, it can be destructive to mentally, physically. You're not connected to the right things. You're trying to connect to things that you think, or most of the time what you want, because you want a certain outcome. And so you disconnect from God and where He's taking you, and then you just find yourself in a world of confusion and trouble, straight destruction. And then now as you disconnected, it becomes dangerous to people around you. You feel me? Because at that point, you're just thinking about yourself, and you're not thinking about the path that God's supposed to be taking you on. So being disconnected, man, it causes confusion in your decision making. Your everyday choices is going to be affected by trying to not be connected to the source. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be on your own. You dig? And if that's how you want to rock and roll, for sure. But being connected, I've never seen anything not connected that doesn't work. You feel me? And you could just take an example of like a TV. You don't connect the TV, it's not gonna cut on. You feel me? You connect the TV, it cuts on, and it can cut on at any time. So why don't you be connected to something that can give you that power? You feel what I'm saying? To move through the day, just like electricity, give you power. So you're not connected, you're not getting that charge, what you need. So I definitely agree, man. You need to connect to the source, because that disconnected path, it comes with your own decisions, but you feel all the bumps and bruises a little bit more. You did. So you had something else to say about it?
And then when I was reading the scripture, the last part of the scripture says, let me read the whole scripture. It says, the mind, the flesh, which is its sinful pursuits. Listening to what the world think, what the system talking about, looking at TV, just getting ideas from everybody else, but the instruction God has. But listen, it says, is actively hostile to God. That means you're competing against God, the God that created you. So when we say disconnected from the power source, the instructors is going to help you make it through life, make good decisions based on you and other people. Now you're competing against God. That's a dangerous, that's a fatal place to be in. Dangerous place. Harmful.
That's definitely a fact. You don't want to just seem like you're competing against the maker and everything that's controlled. You feel me? Like that's the tough decision, or a tough thing you don't want to go up against. You feel me? But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. And I just, like I said, wouldn't you want that feeling of just getting that energy from the connection? You dig what I'm saying? Than trying to figure it out yourself. So, that disconnection can lead to destruction. You did quote of the week. You did what I'm saying? Get connected ASAP. The subject for this week: getting through tough times, things you need to do to get through tough times, and mindsets, feelings of tough times. When I think about tough times, one thing about it, tough time is never really a tough time when you're working with the right tools and materials. You dig what I'm saying? Um, the right mindsets, the right feelings toward things. You dig? I feel like every day is gonna be something. Every day is gonna be something, good or bad. You dig? So getting in the mindset of knowing that everything, good or bad, is something that's going to make your character grow and you become a better person, mature. You'll really grow in the mindset of life. You won't even think tough times are tough times. You did, and of course, in reality, you go through some hard times. You did, but it's about knowing what to do in those tough times. You did. You got to have a positive mindset, and when you have a positive mindset, you can really connect to God. You feel what I'm saying? You can connect to the source, because when you're in a negative place and you stand in that tough time, it's really hard. Going back to what you said, to connect to the source, because you just all about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You feeding into the time, and now what you really need to be looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going through this tough time? What did I do to be in this position? How can I get better for this position? You should be looking to think of a positive outcome of every tough time. Be a person that's figuring out solutions. You dig? Not a person that's just stuck on problems. And that's a big problem in the world right now. Everybody just really stuck on problems. And I understand it. You dig? Like, when you're not working with that ammunition, you don't have that mindset to be like, man, I can get through this time. And you try to do everything. You can do anything, drink, drug, whatever, but you won't ever escape tough times until you connect to the source. And we keep repeating that over and over again, because even when I think things are getting the toughest, I know when I connect, get down on my knees, pray, you did, not only just ask for things, you know what I'm saying? Ask to be used, you dig what I'm saying, during this tough time, to be an example to people how to be act and move forward during the tough time. You did. You should want to think like that. Like, how can I be somebody who went through a tough time, that God can use me to show somebody, hey, you can get through this tough time. Because how can you really nobody wants to hear about a tough time every day. Is it gonna be a tough time every day? Or you gonna do something about it? You did, or you gonna be off your, man, this sucks. Today was this, and I had man. Nobody likes to complain, or nobody likes to whine, or you dig. So in those tough times, you just really need to find the positive things in life. You did the things that really are important in life, and really focusing on that. You did the positive side, because the positive side, I'm telling you, you'll probably have more of those than the negative. You'll be probably at one tough time to many of positive things. God woke me up this morning. You got a place to stay. You got food to eat. For the most part, people have this. You feel me? At least some of those things. So with that being said, you dig, in them tough times, look at challenging times as chances to grow, opportunities. You dig, challenges are, definitely a chance to shine and really show that God is real. If you a true believer, you dig, them tough times will really show people, dang, because when they come to you and say, dang, how'd you get to that tough time, man? I know I got through it, wasn't the grace of God. You dig what I'm saying? That's one person, maybe two, three, that can be touched by that and be like, dang, maybe I am gonna go try to connect to the source, because how Brady connect, he's saying we getting his success from this, that, and the third. I'm not taking, yeah, I put in the work, but I go to the source all the time. I tell everybody, God laid my path. I just laid the pavement. You feel me? So in them tough times, just look at the positive in those situations and where God really trying to take you. That's when you really can sharpen your tools. You did.
You said nobody wants to listen to you in your tough times, and I thought about it. Why should they? Because they going through the same they going through tough times. So they're like,
everybody.
Man, I'm having tough times. You tell me about your tough time. But just the interesting thing, like he said, when you connect to the source, which is God, He wants to hear your tough times, because He has a purpose for the tough time. Because if He allow it, and He put you in a position where you can trust Him, and that's called relationship. So once you develop that relationship, your tough times you'll see them as opportunities for God to get involved in it, to show who He is. And then you get blessed behind it, because then you get the benefits of allowing God to not only work on you, but work through you.
Like literally, and even whatever field you in, you feel me, it's gonna be a lot of people not trying to, what I'm saying, you go through tough times, and they get through the tough times, and then they try to think it's all them. It becomes all about them. I mean, it's easy. You did the pleasures of life. It's easy to get caught up in that and thinking it's about you, like I did this. But for the people out here, man, don't ever forget who got you this where you supposed to be at. You dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you put in the work, but God literally wrote it out for you already. You did. So yeah, you can take the credit and don't. Yeah, you come on now. You do something good in life, or you get through a tough time in life. Yeah, you should feel good about yourself. Of course, 1,000%. But just know where that came from. You dig what I'm saying? And don't ever forget it, because once you start forgetting, it goes back to the quote of the week. You'll start disconnecting. Disconnect start happening. Then you lose energy. You know what I'm saying? Then you just like, dang, why everything just going crazy? Like things already happen every day. Then it just seems like it's weighing on you. Then you just go to this depression and all that stuff like that. I'm not saying we want that. You did, but I'm just saying you see it every day around everybody you see, everybody you know. It's like you said, going through something. You dig? So will you be the light? You dig what I'm saying? Will you be the positivity in your circle? Because which you never know, God, how He put you in life, how you could change the world, man. So you gotta stay positive through tough times, man. Nobody likes a whiner. I'm telling you. I'm gonna just tell you, leave it at this. And you want to have something to say?
No, I'm good.
Imagine if Spider-Man whined every time he had to go save somebody. You'd be like, bro, I don't even want saving no more. I don't even want nobody to say. I don't even want you to save me. If it's going to be a hassle, bro, don't save me. Imagine come on, man. What if Michael Jordan, all these people that's in the top, Floyd Mayweather, all these people, all they did was complain about what they did. Man, I just won a championship, but dog, my legs tired, my arms tired. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants a complainer. You want somebody that's gonna go get it, stand 10 toes with it. You feel me? Tough times don't last. All right, ending subject of the video. Before we go, Yoda's gonna give us an ending subject.
Why does God allow suffering? Interesting. Why does God allow suffering? The God that created you allow you to be in situations that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Earthquake just happened. Lost your house. Child got killed. I'm going to read this in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 71. The writer says, "It is good for me that I have affliction. I've been afflicted. I have troubles. I have issues." He says good for him. Okay, good for him. That I may learn your way of life, your statutes, your will. God allows us to use situations that get you uncomfortable to give you a choice to get closer to Him. Why God allows suffering? He wants you closer to Him. Because if everything was good, you would think you wouldn't need Him. You wouldn't think you need Him. Now, don't get me wrong now. Somebody's child get killed. The compassion there, the love, the confusion, the things that happen, I'm with that. But if God allowed the one that put us together, created us, He has a purpose. If it's to draw Him closer to Him, take advantage of getting close to Him in yourself.
That's definitely true. I definitely feel that. People don't think of it like that. I think that's what really holds people back right there. Because a lot of people, that's what people try, the argument people try to tell you, like, oh, but why did God allow this? Why did God allow that? He's trying to let you see something. You feel me? But when you keep questioning it, you're not really trying to see nothing anyway. You already made your mind up that you want to disconnect. If you got to question it, So, I understand questions, but most of the time people question and don't even really want the answer. Because most of the time, if you have a
Mm.
question, when you go search the answer, why people be so afraid to actually see the answer? If you don't think God's real or why this happened, you question God. Why you ain't go look at the answer? Go look and see why this happened.
Mm.
What am I supposed to see? They ask the question and then run away. You dig what I'm saying? Questioning God, man. It's that's a sticky thing. You dig? That's a sticky subject. But I just be saying to everybody, everything that God got in your path, good and bad, is good and good. You did
Mm.
because one, if it's good, great, and when it's bad, it's something great that you need to feel, what you need to see, what you need to know. You did. And once you go through that, you be like, man, the testimony at the other end gonna be so great. You feel me? Because you didn't look at it as suffering. You like, man, God was trying to show me something. You did.
Mm.
And once again, it goes back to what you do, people follow suit. You did. You may not do everything perfect. We human. You did. Come on now. Everybody gonna do them at the end of the day. It's just how you present yourself when it comes to God and what you believe in and what you really pushing out here. You did. Because everybody gonna sin. They gonna do whatever they gonna do. They gonna do good things and bad things. But with God taking you, good or bad, is always a great thing. You did. It's just how you perceive it. And
Right.
and the more you perceive it as, when we said like looking at tough times as a good thing, you'll be like, man, this ain't that bad. You'll be able to smile about it because you just know God doing something to work you to be a better child of God. You dig what I'm saying? Be a better man, be a better woman for yourself at the end of the day too.
Mm.
Right. I right now my bank card. I left my bank card somewhere with my glasses. Those things I need. You feel me? And the nature of me is to be like, man, I'm mad. I don't want to do nothing. Da, 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 da. But I said, no, you got to keep being persistent, going forward, moving forward, not giving nobody attitude about your problem. You dig what I'm saying? And then when you come to somebody and they be like, dang, you just having a conversation like, in that day I lost this, that, and the third, people be shocked. They're like, you was still fine. You was still positive.
Mm.
You feel me? Because you ain't question what God was taking you through. You just was like, man, it is what it is, man. It's today is today. God willing, God give me another tomorrow. He did, so I can dig that. Anything else to say on that?
No, everything's well done. Well done.
Everything's well done, but we hope you're not eating your food well done. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Personal Touch Show. Here with Yoda, here with Pat Brady, man. We appreciate all the support, all the love we've been getting so far. We got some special guests coming soon, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, appreciate everybody for rocking and rolling, especially like behind the scenes. People been showing me a lot of love. Been showing Pops a lot of love, but people been showing me a lot of love. Uh, you know, it's something on my mind. I might do a lot of things. I might be into a lot of things that might not go down that path, but I know what path God got me on. So I just use this platform to spread that message to people my father's age, my age. You did, especially you did, and just telling y'all, get y'all to go down y'all paths that God got for y'all, not the paths that we all got for you. Paths that God got for y'all. It's a beautiful thing when you see it. You dig? So
And the most important thing is God's desire and our desire is that if you connected to Jesus Christ, stay connected. If you're not, get connected.
that's most definitely the truth. Like we said, man, subscribe, like, share, Personal Touch Show. You got